What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today I've got a very exciting video for you. We're going to be opening up one of these Falcon sets that I ordered recently from Cotswold Collectibles. And the one that we're going to be looking at today is this sort of black and yellow version of the Falcon with the red helmet. So a really fantastic set. And I'm also going to try to translate some of this text that's on the packaging as well. So I was able to use Google and try and estimate what it says. And I want to show you some of the details on the packaging as well. This package actually came inside of a larger shipper box that I can show you as well. So this is what the shipper box looks like, and it basically says Futuristic Falcon yellow, and also has this Royal Cargo Brazil label on it. So pretty cool, actually, that Cotswold retained this and shipped it to me in this outer packaging, because it gives a little bit more of the flavor of this particular toy line from Brazil. So that's really cool. Again, these sets are very unique, very hard to kind of acquire here in the United States. And I went on Cotswold's website earlier today, and they did have a few other sets. They had the red version of the Futuristic Falcon, and I believe the Desert Wolves set is on there currently, but they don't really last very long. So if you want that set or any of the sets, I would jump on there and order them, just because I'm not really too sure how long they're going to last. So get them while you can. They're a little bit pricey, but I honestly think it's worth it for what you're getting. Just because there isn't any line of toys that's currently being produced in the United States that quite really captures this adventure team look, other than the exclusive sets that Cotswold makes themselves, which are great, but they're not, they don't have the scar on the cheek like a G.I. Joe, so they're a little bit different. They do have a very good selection of adventure team kind of themed sets, and a lot of repair parts and replacement parts and stuff like that. But in terms of getting a full set that really captures the look and feel of the adventure team, this is it. This really nails it. So, and later on in the video, we're going to get a nice close-up look at the head sculpt and the outfit and the various features of this set. But I wanted to talk a little bit about the packaging. I was able to use Google to sort of semi-translate some of the text on here. If I get something wrong, I'm going to apologize in advance. Again, I don't read Portuguese, but I'm going to try and translate some of this so you can see what it actually says. So up here in the corner, it says Futuristic Series Falcon, and the Estrela label is here. And then this says Atomic Ray, and then Paralyzing Attack, which honestly is a fantastic name for an adventure team set. So I think that's really kind of fantastic. On the side here, what we have is Atomic Ray, Paralyzing Attack. And this also says Action and Adventure Space Mission. So that's pretty cool. And then on the back of the package, you can see another really nice illustration here in the back. And here it says, Your Hero for Super Adventures. Again, the Estrela label is here. And then in this little thing right here, it says, Our Hero on a Space Adventure. Again, Futuristic Series. And then it says Contents. 1 Falcon redhead with beard, 1 overalls, 1 trunks, 1 pair of red boots, 1 red helmet, 1 machine gun, 1 blue and gold belt, and 1 sticker sheet. So that roughly translates the text that's here. And then on the side of this package, you can see him deploying this sort of ray gun. So very cool graphics, and it kind of resembles some of the Timeless Collection sets that were done by Hasbro for the adventure team. They only did a handful of sets, but they did packaging that was kind of similar to this, and I can show you an example of that. So I'll bring in my Black Spider Rendezvous, and you'll notice right away that the packaging is a little bit shorter than the Falcon set. So if you're planning on displaying these together on the shelf, just keep in mind that the Falcon set is going to stand a little bit higher than your Timeless Collection ones. But you can see in terms of the graphics and everything, so they have the illustration of the character, and then sort of tied into the back of it are the various accessories. As you can see, I removed the figure from this particular set, but I still have the various accessories still on the backer card. So kind of similar in terms of the overall flavor of these sets to the Timeless collection, and the thickness of the cardboard is a similar quality as well. So you'll be getting a set that's really well packaged, and honestly, the graphics on the Falcon set, it kind of blows everything else out of the water. So it's really fantastic. So I'm anxious to get the set open and take a look at the figure and get a really close-up look at the articulation and some of the details on this. So let's go ahead and open this up. Okay, so we got the figure out of the package now. And there's one other thing I wanted to show you on the package, something I noticed when I was opening this up. There's actually some extra illustrations on the inside of this. So you can see there's like a little image of a robot here and here. So kind of a little hidden detail, which you wouldn't know about unless you actually opened it up. So that's kind of cool. And the figure itself, I think it looks spectacular. It's really, they did a good job in terms of the flocking and everything. And again, this is very close to resembling the original G.I. Joe head sculpt. There really isn't too much difference. In terms of the color of the flocking, I can compare it to a couple other figures that I actually have in my collection. So I have my reproduction Club C Adventurer, so I can show you the difference in color. As you can see, the Falcon figure is quite a bit lighter. So yeah, it's and the flocking is just slightly shorter than the club version, but it's pretty close. And it actually is a more full beard on the Falcon figure, so that's kind of cool. I can also compare it to the Timeless Collection version of the Man of Action that was done as a redhead. This one came with the one that came with the octopus. So you can see it's pretty close to that. Again, just a little bit lighter. And again, both these figures have the blue eyes as well. So that's pretty interesting. The paint details on the Falcon figure are a little bit heavier, but I actually think this is probably closer to vintage than anything else. So I think it looks fantastic. It's very, very cool. And again, this is the muscle body figure. Again, the outfit on this looks great. On the packaging, they describe this as a blue and gold belt, but to me, it looks black. I don't see too much blue color in there, but it is kind of embroidered. So that's kind of a unique detail there. Very nice looking belt. So the outfit looks pretty cool. As you can see, this is a jumpsuit, and then these sort of trunks are separate piece. So that's kind of interesting. And the weapon is, it's basically the, I believe it's the Action Man grease gun, the one with the sort of plastic strap. This is sort of like a rubbery kind of vinyl strap. And then they just affixed this sort of plastic thing to give it sort of like the look of a ray gun. I don't think that's removable either. I think it's glued on there because I tried to move it a little bit and it doesn't seem to move. But as you can see, that will fit in his hand just fine. And you can actually manipulate the trigger finger into position as well. So very cool. I like that gun a lot. I think that looks awesome. And he also comes with these unique kind of space boots as well. So these are quite different from the original G.I. Joe boots. So that's pretty unique looking as well. So looks really awesome. And I can show you the helmet as well. I'm going to hold off from putting the stickers on this just because what I noticed is on the package, they actually show a yellow circle with a red F in it. So, which is different from what you actually get in the sticker sheet. So this is a red circle with a yellow F. So it's not going to look the same. It's just going to be an F on the side of the helmet if I put that on there. I think I probably will apply the stripe, but I might actually want to do something different for the sides of the helmet or just leave them bare. I don't want to do anything that I can't undo, in other words, with the stickers. So I guess for now, those are going to remain off the helmet, but the helmet is great. I believe this is pretty much just a standard G.I. Joe helmet, but with this unique visor. And I think that is glued into position too. I don't think that's removable. So, but it looks really cool, and I can show you what that looks like on the figure as well. So you just have to sort of nudge it on there very carefully so you don't really scrape the flocking. The trick is getting it over top of his ears. So, but you can see once it's in place, that looks pretty cool on the figure. So that's something completely unique for my collection. I don't really have anything quite like that. So really awesome to have that unique helmet. So that looks great overall. And I want to go over the articulation on this figure as well. So at the head, it's actually on a pivot joint, which makes it quite a bit different from the original G.I. Joe. So as you can see, it has back and forth movement like that. and also side to side, and also a pivot. So pretty good flexibility at the head, but the joint is actually up higher. On the original G.I. Joe, basically the part of the neck actually attaches much lower. So that's an interesting difference. At the shoulder, he can extend out. Also gets 360-degree movement there. He also gets a bend at the elbow like that. So you can see what that's like. At the wrist, he gets back and forth movement like this, and also a pivot there. So yeah, quite a bit of flexibility. It's almost equivalent to the original G.I. Joe body. I don't think the extend up and on the elbow is quite as far as the original G.I. Joe body, but it's pretty good. Not too bad overall. At the waist, he gets side to side, front and back movement, and also a pivot. At the hip, he can kick out, kick forward, kick back a little bit. There's a knee bend. There's also thigh rotation as well. I believe there is some rotation here too, so you can shift the feet from side to side. So to demonstrate the foot articulation, I removed one of the boots so you can see what that's like. So you can see you get back and forth like this, and also rotation. So pretty good articulation at the feet. It's a little stiff though. It's not quite as flexible as certain other G.I. Joe figures that I have. I also want to show you in terms of the upper part of the body, how different it is from the original G.I. Joe. So let's just undo this so I can show you. I can also show you what the markings are like on this. So you can see it's got Estrela branding on the back of this. And also the lower part of the abdomen has, it's like a blue kind of underwear. So that's what that looks like. And as you can see, this is what the muscle body looks like. So as you can see, it's like a beefier version of G.I. Joe. And also, the biceps and shoulder muscles are sort of, more exaggerated. So this was actually an innovation that came along as a result of certain figures like Big Jim that were introduced as a competition for G.I. Joe. Big Jim was a lot more muscular looking than the original G.I. Joe body. So in order to compete, Hasbro felt it necessary to sort of modify the look of G.I. Joe so that he wouldn't look so scrawny by comparison to certain other action figures. So just to wrap things up, I really love this set. I think it's fantastic, and this particular figure is a great addition to my Adventure Team collection. I think I may end up re-outfitting him as a regular Sea Adventurer and actually using the accessories, the outfit, the boots, the helmet, and stuff like that for perhaps another figure. I haven't really decided yet, but I don't really have any muscle body figures in my collection other than this one and the other Falcon set that I recently purchased. So it's very exciting to have a variation of the sort of G.I. Joe body in my collection. It is considerably different from the other figures that I have. So I may want to have this figure in an outfit where I can actually better see the unique articulation and so forth. So that's all I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more reviews of 12-inch action figures in the future, think about subscribing to my channel because I will be covering more of this stuff in future videos. Until next time, I hope you're having a great day, and thanks for watching.